verse 293, which is about taqwa. Have you read it or not yet? Have we read it or not?
Ibrahim went, so I don't know if...
Not taqwa, just...
No? Can somebody read the text? If not, I read it. It's not a problem. But
Someone who has the book.
wants to.
Ja, ik denk.
Aysam komt de
Is
les.
dat maar dat?
ايه معقول لكن
En bakkers.
93.
Niet te tra. Ik zie dat niet te tra, maar ik moet niet te tra.
عندي سكر
De Arabische kant.
helt bak.
Yeah.
وحاصل التقوى اجتناب وامتثال في ظاهر وباطن بذا تنال.
زين.
فجاءت الأقسام حقا أربعة وهي للسالك سبل المنفعة.
وحاصل التقوى اجتناب وامتثال بظاهر وباطن بذا تنال. فجاءت الأقسام حقا أربعة وهي للسالك سبل المنفعة. معنى أقسام التقوى أربعة: الاجتناب ظاهرا، الاجتناب باطنا، الامتثال ظاهرا والامتثال باطنا. So, الأقسام أربعة means that what is imtithal means to do, to obey. And ijtinab is to keep away, to avoid. ظاهرا, outwardly, and batinan means inwardly. So taqwa means, one of the definitions of taqwa is to obey. Basically it means to obey Allah. To obey Allah in order to prevent being affected by His wrath, His ghadab, or His punishment. And that obedience is by doing what Allah has ordered us to do, outwardly and inwardly, في الظاهر وفي الباطن. الظاهر with our جوارح, our limbs, our body, and في الباطن with our قلوب. Allah has given instructions on orders of what should be done outwardly and inwardly, and Allah has given instructions of prohibitions of what should not be done outwardly and inwardly, and to abide by that is taqwa. In other words, to follow the Sharia. To follow the Sharia. So, as you can see, is a precondition for tasawwuf to follow the Sharia. In the أحكام العملية and أحكام الاعتقادية. So if there's no following of the Sharia, there's no tasawwuf. Alright? And it's a precondition. It's the first step. After tawbah, if a person was involved committing wrong actions, he repents. We've spoken about the conditions, and then he has to abide by what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to do or not to do. Remember the khidab لا تصوف بدون شريعة. So if I don't, maybe you don't have that here, but I've seen it in other countries. People who call themselves Sufis, but they don't follow the Sharia. Not in the ahkam al-i'tiqadiyya, not in their i'tiqad. They have some funny beliefs, and not in the ahkam al-fi'liyya, in their actions. I mean, they call themselves Sufis. I don't know if you've seen that here. Maybe not. Norway, Allah's protected me from that. But I've seen it a lot in the United States also. Okay? I call them the Sufi Mufi. All these perennialists, you know, they call them perennialists. For them, all religions are good. What all religions are? In the light Islam. Right. And we don't need to bring the dalil for this. The Quran is full of ayats calling people to have taqwa of Allah, right? إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته. The noblest among you in Allah's sight is the one who has most taqwa, or you who believe have taqwa of Allah with taqwa due to him. Now, if you can, please read no, the author is going to speak about the outward haram. Remember, outward obligatory, basically, the tahara, the prayer, the zakah, the fasting, the hajj, which is what comes from in the Muslim way. Now, which are the outward haram, the outward elements which are haram? The author is going to speak about it. But before we speak about it, we need to know which are the limbs that are involved in this committing of that could be involved in this commission of what is haram. Which are the limbs? The jawarih al-sab'a that we should protect from incurring the haram.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Hands.
Yes, but let's go from up down.
Mouth.
Ears.
Oh, yeah.
Mouth.
Better than mouth, tongue. But
Tongue.
mouth.
Tongue.
Yeah. 3. Yeah.
Hands.
Hands.
Private parts.
Before you private parts.
Stomach.
Stomach.
Hmm.
Belly. Then private parts. Then
Feet.
So Allah has forbidden some things that we should not use with our eyes. We should not do with our eyes. But let's read. Can you read 295?
يغض عينيه عن المحارم يكف سمعه عن المآثم
زين.
كغيبة نميمة زور كذيب لسانه أحرى بترك ما جليب.
See?
يحفظ بطنه من الحرام يترك ما شبه باهتمامه
See?
يحفظ فرجه واتقي الشهيد في البطش والسعي لممنوع يريد.
Nah. Basically, here's where he speaks about this. We're going to go bit by bit. I mean, verse by verse. يغض عينيه عن المحارم means that he lowers his eyes, his gaze from incurring what is haram. Like for example, can you someone tell me something haram that haram to incur, to do?
Aura of others.
Yeah. What else?
Listening to backbiting
Eyes.
or eyes.
Oh.
Looking at other people's sin.
You mean like spying?
Now, if someone is drinking alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
are we allowed to? Shouldn't we like?
What you should do is رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده.
لم يستطيع
لا.
لم يستطيع
بقلبه.
بلسانه ثم بقلبه أضعف إيمان.
لا ضعف الإيمان. It's not about looking at him, you know, you have to try to stop it. If you have the authority, obviously, you're not going to go into a bar here because you'll end up in jail, right? Arrested. But, yeah, obviously, taking the light in seeing that is not right. But if it's in front of, person is in front of, say you are in a place in an airport waiting for something, and somebody has ordered something and he's just sitting there, you reject that in your heart, isn't it? Like looking at people's private property, you know, people have things in their drawers or their suitcases, and you go and see what is there. Unless he gives you permission. Even somebody's books in his house. You go to a friend's house and he has books, don't pick the book until you ask him for permission.
Backbiting with the eyes, like for example, signalizing.
Yeah, yeah. Also, like if you want to express with your eyes like you want to someone that maybe you don't like him, or you want to say something but without saying it, like, you know what, you do like this. And what about ears? You were saying something?
Yeah, listening to backbiting.
Yeah. And here is the listening and the backbiting, the tongue and the ears. So this is combined, isn't it? And he says it, يكف سمعه عن المآثم means whatever is ithm, is haram, you should not listen to it. And then he says كغيبة نميمة, but not only listening to it, but also doing it. غيبة, what is غيبة? What's the definition of غيبة? Saying something about another Muslim, which if he knows that you're saying it, he's not going to like it.
Oh no.
And what is namima? Namima is worse.
It's a lie also, or something.
Slander.
No, namima is when occurs between three people. Namima. if a person says something bad about another, for example, about me, say, what was your name again?
Jibril.
Jibril says something bad about me, and you've heard it, and you come to me and you tell me, you know what Jibril said about you? That's Nabina. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Because you're creating enmity between two brothers. You know?
There's also a word, buhtan.
Buhtan is what you said. It's like slander, saying something that is not true. Riba is when you say something that is true about someone, but that person doesn't like that you say that about them. And buhtan is when you say something bad about a person, but it's not true. You see, this is even worse. So imagine I am stingy, I'm a stingy person, and you go and you say to someone about me, Sheikh Ali is stingy. It's true, but I don't like you to say that about me. That's riba, right? But if you say something that is not true about me, okay, whatever, and you say it to somebody else, that is buhtan, which is even worse. And riba is haram, even if it's true, unless the huquq of one person are in danger. For example, Jibril wants to start a business with me, and you know about me that I'm not reliable with money. You know, if somebody gives me money, I don't give back the debts. Or he wants to work for me, and you know about me that I don't pay my workers well. People have to beg me, then at the end I pay, or I don't pay, and you know that about me. It's true. It's true. And he is going either, whichever situation, he is going to enter into a business with me, or he's going to start working for me, and you go and tell him, hey, watch out, because Sheikh Ali has this problem with money. Then it's all right. Why? Because it's huquq. If you don't do it, it's going to get stuck with me in a very harmful situation. Maybe he has worked with me and I don't, for 3 months I haven't paid. Or some money situation and I'm not, giving what I've promised for the business. Then it's all right. Or for marriage, for example, that someone beats up women, and this person tells you, so and so, the one who beats up women, or is known because he has had a history of that. And the some person said, I'm going to marry my daughter to, or so asked my daughter in marriage. Then you have the right to say, hey, take care with this man because he will punch, or hit your daughter. Why? Because you're protecting a person from another who, he has a record of that. Then it's all right to do riba, and that would be an exception.
Sheikh, let's say I'm stingy, and Adam says to my face, you're stingy. Is that haram or is that allowed?
This is between you two, and he's in front of you. Riba is when you are not. Riba is when anta ghaib, is when you're not present. If you saying it to you, in front of you, that's another story. It's not ghiba. It's telling you something you don't like. And maybe you need to hear it. If you're really stingy, you need somebody to tell you that. You know? Another thing, if he's saying that in front of other people, and you are present there, maybe, you know, that's a bit different. It's not exactly riba. But at that point, it's not riba, because in riba, the person cannot defend himself. But when you're present, you can defend, you can say, no, this, that, or whatever.
But if you don't have a bad intention, like you don't want to describe a person about the person, but you are like getting angry and you told another person about it.
So,
Or an action that happened.
for example, give me an example.
Between friends or sisters, if I'm angry from my first sister and I'm talking about her to my another sister. But we are not describing like, and just like how you get angry.
Yeah.
Like you are angry about how the behavior, for example.
About her behavior. She has
Or
done
between
this. She has
friends,
done this
between
and this to me.
Yeah.
إذا كانت تريد نصح أحيانا.
Like for example, she has done this thing to me, and you're complaining to her.
Complain.
Why you're complaining? Is this sister gonna be able to fix something, or you know, you complain because she will help you to fix the situation? If it's that the situation, yes. If you know that lady will listen to her because it's her mother or her bigger sister or her dear friend, and you say, you know what, friend, what he did to me, like, please help me. That, yes.
So it's right, but we
If you say,
mention-
yeah, because when you say it, you have to say, if you say it in order to fix the situation. If you just say it like that, it's actually very, yeah.
To add to that, what if the sister you're talking to don't know about the other person? So you're just telling her like, oh, this is what
Then
happened
you
to
can
me.
say someone
Yeah,
did this to me.
without naming anyone,
Without-
and that's okay.
Yeah, because you're not speaking about that person. I mean, you're not
As long as you don't
ascribing
identify.
that person, identify, exactly. Someone has done this to me. Who? Someone. That's it.
okay.
So, غيبة zor is when you lie. Shahadat zor, when you say this one has done this and it's not true. Kadhib, lying. Nevertheless, it's allowed to lie when you're going to protect the property of the life of a person. So, you know, like someone wants to beat up or rob or kill someone, that you know where this person is hidden, maybe in your house, or you know where it is. You don't tell him. If he tells you where is so and so, you don't say, I cannot lie, I have to tell him. No. Then you can lie, because it's the life or the property or the physical integrity of this person. And you can lie also when there is between two people who were it's like that, exactly. So you know that there has been a fight between Mu'ad and Adam. And they had a fight, whatever. And then you were talking to Mu'ad and the other day I met Adam, and he said some good things about you, for example, and it's not true, but you're saying it in order to put them together. You know? Then it's okay. شهادة زور نعم زور is when you say a person has committed some crime and he hasn't done it. نعم زور الكذب لسان وحرام بترك ما يجرب. So this is for the hearing and because they're connected to hear that and to listen and to say it. And then so that's eyes, ears, tongue, which is the next one we said. Belly, isn't it?
Belly. Hands.
Can you tell us something about the belly or stomach?
Eating haram.
Eating haram like?
Swine.
This is like the basic example, swine. But also eating halal food if you buy it with money that has been stolen. So a person steals something and buys halal, you know? So I remember once I was working as a translator in a court, and this guy, there were some tapes, you know, being played, and they had people writing down what was played. And I was interpreting, translating, and there was this guy who was sending a lot of kilograms of hashish from Morocco to Spain in a fast, how do you call it? A fast boat.
Zodiac.
Zodiac. This, and he had his clients there in Spain to take the merchandise. And he sent his son, and his son, also to stay in Spain. And his son was like 16 years old. And there was a conversation over the phone that was recorded by the police because they, how do you say, they tapped the conversation. And the recording was written there, and the judge was reading, not the judge, the one who was reading to the judge, and the judge started laughing. Because he says, the one is telling, and don't let my son eat pork and give him halal meat, and don't let him watch dirty things in the computer. And he was giving instructions to his friend, the one who was receiving the big, you know, the big shipping of hashish. So he wanted his son, you know, to be, but he was sending all this hashish. So it was a bit funny. So all this money that, for example, for selling drugs, this is haram money. So even if you eat halal, strictly halal, it's in fact if you put it between eating halal meat bought with this kind of money and eating pork, what is worse?
Halal money eating.
No, halal meat bought
Halal meat
with
haram money.
haram money. Why? Because in the haram money is other people's hukuk involved. You know? And an offense to Allah.
It's a fiqh question, but what about not paying tax as you should in?
Do you want me to take me to court or what? I want to go back to England. You ask me this question, they're going to stop me in the airport. I'm not going to answer that.
He's on video. What I can do.
So everything being
After the course, inshallah.
No.
Don't we
Yes.
have like Don't we have like a thing in Maliki, which says if you pretend you drink, let's say it's water in here, but you pretend it's something haram and you consume it, it's haram.
Say it again?
This is, let's say it's water. This is something halal,
Yes.
but you pretend it's something haram. Let's say alcohol, and you drink it like it was alcohol. This is haram, isn't it?
Because you're pretending
Yes.
that this is pretending to other people.
Yeah, for instance.
Because, for example, you're telling, what was it again? Jibreel, I'm drinking some whiskey.
Example.
Alhamdulillah. It is, obviously it is haram because you are like...
Even though the substance is halal.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah, it is because it's like...
Lying, no?
It's lying, and it's not only lying, it's lying, but it's not only lying, it's like تتباهى بالمعصية. It's like you are
Glorifying.
you are like showing off with your with a transgression, you know.
But would this consider the belly thing that you?
No, because it's water. It would be because of other reasons. You understand?
Don't drink it, Sheikh. You said it was whiskey.
Yes.
I heard the meat not slaughtered in the name of Allah is worse than pork. Is that true or?
You see, that is a matter of, especially in the Maliki madhab. In the Maliki madhab, there's one qawl by Qadi Abu Bakr al-Arabi who says that the meat slaughtered by Ahl al-Kitab, whether they're Christians or Jews, what he says is very interesting and it's very technical. He says, let's leave now the Jews for a moment, okay? But he says, the example is the following, the one he brings. He says, you give a chicken to a Muslim, and you give a chicken to a Christian. And the Muslim takes the chicken and twists the head and kills it. We cannot eat that chicken. Why? Because in his religion, that's not the way how you kill a chicken to make it halal. All the fuqaha of his religion, of Islam, will tell you this chicken is haram. But the Christian has done the same thing. But for the fuqaha of his religion, that is okay, you can eat it. Okay? No Christian priest is going to tell you this chicken, you cannot eat it. He says, so this falls under وَطَعَامُ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ حِلٌّ لَكُمْ. Because طعام, هذا طعام. This is their food, this is their, they can eat it. So then it's hell for us. This is opinion, huh? This is the opinion of Qadi Abu Bakr al-Arabi. So what he says that the ta'am of Ahl al-Kitab, specifically Christians, even if they don't follow the way we do it, if that is the food that their priests consider like acceptable, and all the fuqaha of the Maliki school say, no, it has to be killed. It can be killed by him. It's not necessary that it is a Muslim, but he has to do it the way we say, which is, cutting the throat and the jugular veins, under the, the larynx, the way we do the zakat. He can be a Christian or a Jew, but he has to do it the way we do it. That's the majority of the ulama, the Maliki madhab, and the rest of the madhabs.
Sheikh, what if he says like in the name of Lord Jesus Christ? What if he says this